Welcome to the Two-Ton Nerds. As always, my name is Max James. It's October 10th, 2018, which means it's day 10 of the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 7, and today's movie is Species. Now, before I tell you what you need to know about this movie, and jumping in and telling you what my initial response when the final credit rolled upon the screen is that I need to give a huge shout out to the 13th Wolfman right here on YouTube, where he's been including my name and among others at the end of his video, because he's been doing the same thing as us, reviewing one horror movie per day, and it's awesome to see my name at the end of his video because his videos are really cool. It's good to hear another YouTuber talk about the movies that I like to watch, and some movies I've never even heard of, like Witch House, and movies I probably should have included on this month, like The Fly and Black Sunday, and talking about movies that I've done prior, like Zombieland and the mashing up of horror and comedy. And he's very interactive in the comments, and we were talking about how he didn't really like Tucker and Dale, and like how I kind of connected with it more because I'm from the Midwest and playing as a kid, playing in the woods and stuff like that, and so I kind of get the whole redneck thing. So it's fun. He's very interactive, so I'm giving a huge big thank you to the 13th Wolfman for putting my name at the end of your video when you didn't have to. So I appreciate it more than anything. Thank you, thank you, thank you a million times over. Thank you. So thank you. So now my initial response when the final credit rolled upon the screen is that this movie didn't age very well in my mind, because I had totally forgot there was CGI in this movie, because I thought, oh, you know what, I can watch this movie because I've seen this movie before, and like I could just sit right here in front of the camera, talk about it, get this quick review over for the day, and go to bed. But oh, how wrong I was. I needed to watch this movie because I had totally forgot there were some people in this movie, the use of CGI, some of the more important beats, and some of the design choices on the alien seal. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm so glad I watched this. So now, to tell you what you need to know about this movie is that the first up is the plot. The plot of the movie follows Seal. She is a human alien hybrid made from instructions that we have received from a transmission that we had priorly sent like 13 years into the stars, and we finally got one back telling us how to get sustainable energy, and as well as how to mix our DNA with their DNA and create a kind of hybrid. And that's where the movie starts off, is that we don't know why they're killing. They decided we're going to kill her off, this little girl, and she didn't like it, so she breaks free, and then they assemble this ragtag of crew who has different kind of specialties. Like Michael Madsen, he's kind of the government's go-to guy for tracking down people. You got Forrest Whitaker, who I totally forgot was in this movie. He's a telepath. Alfred Molina, I think I totally forgot what he's in this movie, what his specialty was. And then you got Marge Helgenberger. She's a biologist, I do believe. So they're all assembled for their specific reasons to help Ben Kingsley track down Seal before she starts killing people, which they obviously don't catch her in time because she leaves a nice little trail of body in her wake. So she ends up cocooning herself. So she ends up going from an 11-year-old girl to this full-grown adult, played by the first time. I think this is her first movie, Natasha Henstridge, and as well Michelle Williams in her first movie. So it's pretty cool that they're playing older and younger versions in their first movie. So I think that's pretty cool. And so she's trying to find a mate, and that's what this team is trying to. They finally come across that idea, she's trying, because the victims have been all male, and she's she killed a woman because she thought she was a competition, And one of her first things, like, I need to find a man, when she checks into a hotel. So it becomes obvious that her main goal is to mate. And she eventually does, spoilers, but it's in epic fashion on what happens afterwards. So the special effects, practical, done pretty well. CGI didn't age very well in my mind, especially the climactic end showdown with the big bad alien seal. But I really love the design of this alien seal because it's H.R. Geiger's design. Same person who did the Xenomorph and Alien. Oh man, I really do like her design. It's pretty cool. She's very different from other aliens. She's very mechanical. And so I really like that. And the scare factor, there's a few scare factors. Like, it doesn't scare me, but I mean, there's a few jump scares and stuff like that, or like jarring moments. But other than that, the scare is not too high, but it's a good sci-fi horror in my mind. I still enjoy it. I will watch this again, maybe a decade and a half later, like I did last time. That's the last time I watched it, was probably a decade and a half ago. So, oh man. Now, I have this rating scale 1 to 5, 1 being run-of-the-mill horror, 2, best watch with the group, 3, more than average horror but adds nothing new to the horror genre, 4, helps move the horror genre forward, and 5 being a horror classic. I think, sad to say, Species is definitely 1, just run-of-the-mill horror. You've seen these kind of movies where a team is assembled to go after a problem, and it hits all the same action beats. Like, they get so close, but the alien manages to get away from, either by mistake from one team member, or that she just plainly outsmarts them, and the team members end up getting killed off. It just hits all the big action beats. So, and even in horror movie fashion, it's like the big climactic end, it's like, it has to have that like kind of cheesy one-liner, or like the alien is like kind of not dead at the end. So it's good. Even though it's run of the mill, it's still pretty decent. So I say give it a watch if you've not seen it. And if you've seen it, let me know what you think of it down in the comments. And if you would like to see more of these videos, please click like and subscribe. And remember to click that little bell to when you'll be notified when my videos are uploaded. So, with all that said, this is like take 302. My name is Max James, coming from the basement. I'm going to go geek out.